Hi everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to a new YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, I'm going to be discussing something that the AFL needs to do. The AFL does need to do this, not in 2023, a bit late for this now, but in 2024 I really do feel like the AFL should go ahead and try and do this. So the AFL definitely does need to go ahead and do a retro round, probably starting in 2024. I feel like they need to make this a permanent fixture addition, just like Magic Rounds. So as we all know, Magic Round has been added for the 2023 AFL Premiership season, which includes all 9 games in the one state, which this year South Australia. The AFL does believe they will go ahead and rotate these games every year to different states outside of Victoria, and it looks like by the sound of things that this is going to work out quite well. So my main question is if we're having a Magic Round, then I feel like there should be a push for a retro round. So here we go. I've put together how this could potentially work. So you'd play it later on in the season, but not too close to the end, because we've got start of season round 1, Magic Round round 5, I'd be assuming it'd be around there as well. Bye rounds round 12, 13, 14, 15. So I'm kind of thinking around 18, 19 or 20. I'm kind of thinking 18 too early. So probably 19 or 20. If it has to be an even number than 20. But I feel like 19 could be just about the perfect round for retro round. Every team needs to wear a retro or heritage Guernsey, where this is organised by the team or the AFL. And then you could even play at retro grounds. So for example, like Princess Park, Footy Park, Windy Hill, for example, Box Hill. You could play at those kind of grounds, and you could even like toss it up and go retro cameras, retro scoreboards, all that kind of cool stuff to make the retro feel. Retro commentators as well. You could really make this work. Like you could really throw the kitchen sink at this and really turn this into a literal 100% retro thing. The only thing that's not going to be retro is the players. Other than that, you could really go all out and make this literally feel retro as possible. So talking in terms of retro Guernseys, we know Hawthorn have done a very retro Guernsey here with this like diamond kind of pattern with the yellow and brown or golden brown on a blue Guernsey. This could take action in 2023, where some clubs are actually organising retro Guernseys to be played in a round. Now, this is not going to be like a full competition thing. We know Western Bulldogs are doing the same thing with their retro dog. This one being rumoured to be a retro Guernsey for theirs. And then Fremantle, we know over the past couple of years they have done their retro round, bring back the anchor, and of course the older anchor as well. Alright, so I've put together a couple of local venues, older venues you could play at. For example, Windy Hill's one of them, Princess Park, which is also known as Icon Park as well. Then you got the Wacker, which is now a cricket ground for Western Australia, so I'd highly doubt that you'd be able to get an AFL game on here just because of the pitch and everything, which is used for Western Australia in the Marsh, Sheffield Shield and One Day Cup. But you could still have a crack. And then the last one is Victoria Park. There's plenty of others. I could go on for a long time about how many, but these are just a couple of examples. And if you want the real retro feel, well, then there are a couple of options in terms of scoreboards. Just some of these are just a couple of choices, probably more looking at that top kind of layer as to what you'd really do if you wanted a real retro kind of feel to the rounds. But those are just a couple of choices or a couple of thoughts that could potentially be included if a retro round is included in the AFL season. I think a retro round is a brilliant idea for future seasons of the AFL, really just to bring a little bit from years ago back into the current now, especially the Guernseys. That's probably the best part about the Guernseys. But you could really throw a couple of other things in there, like you could throw retro scoreboards and retro grounds into there as well to really get the full experience and feel as well. But feel free to let me know what you think of retro round, what you think should be included. But thank you guys, it was so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys never miss another video on the channel. Thank you guys, it was so much. Bye everyone, Flaming Footy out.